Um, Hi guys. So basically, I think that it's very important that I make this video. It's very near and dear to my heart. This topic, it's depression, and I know that very many teenagers and people in the world are dealing with this. And I'm sorry if I'm moving around a lot, touching my hair, but I have ADHD and I have tics where I have to, touch myself, which sounds weird, but I have certain things that I have to do. Um, but so basically, in 2010, I was going to this therapist, and because I was acting very strange, and my parents noticed it. If you have good parents, they should notice it if you interact with them. If not, if you don't interact with them a lot, then they'll notice too, because you're locked in your room probably the whole time. So I was going to this therapist, and the symptoms I was showing were signs of depression. So we started putting me on medication called Zoloft, if any of you take it. Also, I was having anxiety attacks all the time. I'm sorry if I'm swallowing a lot. I'm getting over from being sick. Sorry. So basically, I got on this Zoloft because I kept having anxiety attacks at school, and I was really depressed, and I wouldn't really talk as much as I used to, and I would just hide in my room, turn off all the lights, and just be so involved with my computer, or I'd come home and go straight to sleep. I stopped doing my homework, my grades. I actually, in one of my videos, I told you that I was in the 9th grade, which I should be in the 10th, because what had happened was I failed the 9th grade. Well, not necessarily failed. I had D's, but I didn't like my grades, so I decided to repeat the 9th grade, so then that way I could, start over and get a fresh start at a brand new school. So we had traced this depression back to 5th grade, and so I started going on medication for it, which we started with a very low dose. And for all the people who say the medication doesn't help, get different medication, because for me the medication did really help. But also the medication can't just fix your life. You have to actually try and want to get better, because not all medication works for everyone. There's a lot of different antidepressants out there, and you can't just take one and say, oh, it doesn't work. So for me, it did help, but also you're gonna still not feel well for a long time. So what I started doing was, my room before was dark, like the walls, the color. So I repainted my wall. I repainted this baby, and I repainted my whole room this bright purple color. And just on this wall, I took blue and white and I just painted on it. Just painted on this wall. Had a lot of fun with that. And what I started doing was leaving my shade open during the day when I was home from school and at night, because you don't feel as trapped in your room if you can see outside. And also, was a good thing for me, I surrounded myself with people who I knew cared about me, and I could just sit there and talk to them, and they would listen, and I know they didn't quite understand, but people were like, oh, they don't understand me, my friends don't understand me, I can't talk to my friends. Help them understand. If your friends are really friends, then they'll try to help you. And they want to understand, they want to help you, and they want to help you get better if you can try and help them. help you. So I started surrounding myself with people who were very helpful, and slowly and surely I just like always talk to my friends like, listen, you can't give up on me. Like, I'm trying. In school, the people in my school that I surround myself with were people who get all A's and who are very, very smart and would help me in school. And I started staying after school because you can get your homework done. And, like, for me, getting my homework done was a big thing because if you get rewarded for something, you're not going to feel as depressed, right? Like, if you get told that you're doing good and you get praise and you get positive energy flowing, you're not going to feel as bad. So I tried to do as many positive things that I could. Like, I played music in my room all the time. I never stopped playing music in my room. But of course I stop it during these videos. I found things that I really like to do. It really helps. Like for me, art. I really do enjoy art, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, I have to find it. I do that, and then I do the Pikachu over there, and I do those guys. And I have a couple more drawings, but they're somewhere else, so I will have to get those sometime and show you. Just try and do a lot of things that you like and that are positive. Like, surround yourself with positivity. Because if you do that, then you won't be in this rut and this state of life's never going to get better. Because if you're always in a negative mindset, you're never going to feel better. If your friends invite you to do something, and someone invites you to do something, just to say, I'm not going to have fun doing that. Well, if you have that mindset, of course you're not going to like it, because you've already convinced yourself you're not going to like it. But if you go and try it and say, this could be fun, you're going to actually have fun doing it. And I know this isn't the case for everyone, but I know that this helped me, and I know that people are hurting themselves, and like self-harm and self-mutilation, and that makes me very, very upset, because I don't know any of you, probably, for that matter, but I care for each and every individual very, very deeply. I think of everyone as, like, I feel like I have to help everyone, but I never let that get me down. Like, their problems, I don't let them, get me down and just not feel good. I don't let it affect my life necessarily. But basically, if you're hurting yourself, that's just gonna make you feel worse. I understand that whole feeling of it's the only pain you can control and it's become the normal for you. But I think this is what I did to stop. I won't say I'm recovering, but I have once for a very, very long time been a subject of self-mutilation. And it's not healthy. It's not good for you. Sorry, I'm about to cry. Because I know how that feels. And if you feel like death is the only way out of something, it's not. Like, I mean, if you try to look at everything in a positive light, then you can't really be upset with anything. Don't set your standards so high, I guess. I mean, if you just keep setting these standards higher, then nothing's ever going to make you happy. But if you go into the day, just say, today's going to be a good day. And what I do in the morning, if I'm not feeling very well, I just list off all the things that I like. And it does put you in a positive mood. Like when I start to feel negative or sick or I don't start to feel well or angry, I just name off a whole bunch of things that make me happy, and I think about happy things, you know? It seems so simple, but it really does help. And as far as self-mutilation, there's a thing called the Butterfly Project, and if you look it up on the internet, like there's a Butterfly Project but for African kids, and then there's the Butterfly Project for self-harm. This Butterfly Project is you draw a butterfly on the place where you're harming yourself. Like if it's your wrist, you draw a butterfly on your wrist. And if you can leave it there without ruining it, then you let it live, and it lived a nice life. And until it washes off, and then, but if you cut it, it dies, and it's just mutilated, and it's ugly. It's an ugly butterfly. So you have to wash it, so you can wash it off and restart. Start off new and stop. I did that, and that really, really did help. Because you have that feeling of self-achievement, like, wow, I achieved something. I did something. This is like a positive thing. So I know this video has been long, and I hope that it has helped you in some way. If not, or if you wish that I would have spent more time on a certain subject, or want me to make a video on a certain subject, I remember these are just my opinions and my feelings and what's worked for me. So if you want to do something on a certain subject, subscribe, like, or comment, and I guess I'll make a video on it. Alright, I'll see you guys later, and don't hurt yourself, just be positive, okay?